Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast, where we unlock the power within and navigate the journey of your self-discovery together. I'm Shaz, your spiritual mentor and life coach, here to help you tap into your inner guidance system and manifest your best life. Whether you're just beginning your spiritual journey or looking to deepen your practice, this podcast offers insights, techniques, and inspiration to elevate your consciousness and transform your reality. Get ready to shine your light and embrace your true potential. Remember, the answers are inside you. Let me be your guide on earth. Welcome back to Spiritual Awakening with Shaz. Today we're going to be talking about the woman who comes out the other side of the spiritual awakening journey. You know her, that one with all the confidence. You can see it in her body, hear it in her voice, the way she holds herself, how she stands up. We all know what it's like for that woman as you're going through that awakening journey, the dark night of the soul aspect. That one that has tired eyes that say, I've been fighting battles that no one else can see. She feels like a failure. She feels everything is tumbling down around her, wondering what on earth can also be thrown at her from everyone else. The haggardness, the overwhelm, the quiet fear in the chest. The dark night of the soul is usually written all over your face. You look really tired, run down. There feels this hopelessness about you. But today we're going to talk about the other side of it. You know, that woman who has come through it all, who went through the breakdown, the breakthrough, and come out the other side. You hear it in her voice, the way she talks, the way she walks, how she shows up. You feel it in the energy. You see it when she walks into the room. You've all been there, right? And you've seen that glow of someone when they know they have all their stuff together. That is the sign of a woman who's done the inner work. That's the one who's looked at her shadow and said, not today, no more fear in me. I've got shit to do. We're going to break down today actually what it looks like when someone's moved through the spiritual jungle of that dark night of the soul and really risen up to come out the other side. I want you to lean in and hear all about who that is. We go through snippets of it every now and then. We can rise up and become anything we want to, but too many of us put on this mask that we have to wear, the makeup that we put on before we walk outside the door to show up as this version of perfection. The funny part with the woman that's come out the other side, she doesn't believe in perfection. She just learned how to laugh at herself when things go wrong. Okay? I've worked with a number of clients that have gone through this, and I remember one of my dear clients, and let's just call her T for the sake of it. I don't want to name names of my clients because I do keep it confidential, but I want to give you some examples of what she was like. She was very, very timid. She had no idea of her own voice. She entered every sort of sentence with, does that make sense? Can you understand who I am? Or is that okay? She apologized every time someone shared something totally vulnerable or she said something about herself. She made excuses for everything that she did. But after working in Shine, and we did this over a 6-month period for that particular lesson because they were fortnightly events, she walked into Shine saying, you know what? I know the answer to that. I've been through this before. I have examples of my own learning. I can give you and teach you even more. Nowadays, she's out there sharing her skills, sharing her healing journey, being the person she always wanted to be. She has love in her life, confidence in her life. She stood up to her parents. She gave herself permission to rise up and shine. She didn't actually change who she was. All we taught her throughout the program was to remember who she really was. That vibrant, vivid person who had dreams, the healer within, the Christ consciousness that exists within her soul, that beautiful source energy of love, acceptance, gratitude, joy, all of those beautiful things. This is where you can get to after doing the inner work, facing that shadow, defeating the demons, really getting deep into your own self. In the moment, when you first go through that awakening period, that very first aspect of it where you really start to realize that You've built your life on a house of cards. There's so many lies out there. You start to find the truth in everything. You start to realize there is so much more in the world than you've given yourself permission to take part in. That is pure darkness. It's the hellhole. It's usually where you're blaming everyone else for your own existence, and you're sick and tired of life, and nothing that you do goes right and everything that you do goes wrong. But it's also the part where that inner voice starts to get loud and your intuition starts to really come to the forefront and says to you, there's truth in this. There's more than this going on. Is the voice that turns around and goes, no, stop. I'm not tiptoeing around this anymore. I want answers and I want them now. This is the version of you that stands up and goes, no, 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 that's not happening to me anymore. That's not who I am. I don't accept that behavior. This is the spiritual and absolute awakening aspect of your own inner voice and power. And sometimes we all sit there and go, oh, but that means I'm not nice anymore and I'm not a people pleaser and I don't do everything for everyone else. But that's not actually real. When you roll over and become something for everybody else because it's the right thing to do, that is not growth. That is not really who you are. Because when you go home in the quietness of your own mind, you start beating yourself up of why didn't I stop that? Why did I do this? Why do I have to do everything for someone else? And why does nobody be there for me? It's a part of this awakening that you find your realness, that you start putting your own needs first. You make yourself your own priority. If you want to do things, you will go out and do them, but by choice, not by obligation. It gets really confusing to be in that push-pull energy of life. The nervous system is wired to say yes and to back down and to do everything that we want to make everybody else happy. And when you stop and you sit there and go, no, 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 the first part that acts up is your whole body. Part of the dark night of the soul, there's a lot of illness and disease that comes out of our body. We get sick. We go through spiritual flus. We go through upgrade energies. There's mystery illnesses that come to us. But it's all just so we will awaken. And it's the body showing you that there's trapped energy, emotions, metaphysical, energetic problems within the physical being. So your emotions hold energy. Your mental body holds energy, all within that physical body, and starts to rise to the surface. And it has to come up for cleansing. You have to get rid of the old way. You have to change who you were to become who you want to be or who you really are. And you have to shine. It's exactly like the butterfly, the little caterpillar that goes into the cocoon. And in that cocoon, it literally has to die. It becomes liquid. It becomes nothing in order for it to truly become the butterfly, for it to break free from that cocoon. It's messy, it's ugly, and it is literally death. But it's the most amazing rebirth into beauty, into essence, into everything that you know you can be. It's glorious. You all know what those lava lamps are like, right? Remember the old little tubey lamps, and they've got those big gluggy blobs that float around? And when you heat it up, the wax gets lighter and suddenly there's movement and blop, bop, 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 bop. And again, this is what mid-awakening is like. It's heating up the wax that's inside. So you have big bubbles at first. And building the big bubble, you know that it gets all that air and it goes and it rises up to become a bubble, and then it pops. And then all of a sudden behind it you have medium bubbles, smaller bubbles, and lots more bubbles. And then all of a sudden when it's bubbling and glittering away, this is where you become strong. This is where all the crap that comes up to the surface, you pop them off and send them off to the universe and find the true essence of who you are. And you start moving in a way that looks unmistakably different to who you are. The awakened woman never stops to ask, am I too much for someone? They just show up. They stand tall. They glow. They know who they are. They speak passionately. They have exactly what they want in their life. Is it always glory? No, it's not. But they no longer seek validation for other people. They don't have to go out there and say, this is what's going in my life, tell me what to do. They know what they want. They make their decisions. They show up for themselves and for everybody else in the way they want. They chase their dreams and desires. If you tell an awakened woman, no, you can't do that, she's going to turn around and go, nah, watch me. Have you ever seen someone that you can go, no, 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 that's not possible? Oh, sure it is. Don't tell me I can't do something. I'll find a way. We seek answers. We seek solutions. We will do everything in our power to go and find them. But it's up to us how we rise up to become that. Because one of the things that an awakened woman realizes, and Taylor Swift said this so eloquently recently, is that your energy, your vibration, the essence of you is the highest currency you have in the world. An awakened woman will not give away her currency to someone unworthy of it, to someone who doesn't appreciate her, who doesn't honor her, who doesn't respect her, who makes demands on her and tells her what to do or what to wear, how to show up. She knows exactly what she wants. She knows her own worth. She also knows that when someone does the wrong thing by her, she will be forgiving in that single instance, but do it again and that's it. No more chances after that. She's not the person that you can hurt and break, hurt and break, hurt and break over and over again, because she's just going to tell you to, quite frankly, go fuck off. You don't belong here. She creates a world that is her own. She has boundaries, lifestyle choices, demands. She has levels of respect that she expects from other people simply because she gives it to herself and she shows it to others with ease. It's congruent. Awakened women don't whisper their truth. They speak it unapologetically. They stand up for what they believe in. They'll hold you accountable to it too, because they love it. They'll post about it. They rise up to become it. They're glorious. They glow from the inside out. And yet they still go through those ups and downs. But the good part about it is they know how to deal with it. They get in and do the work. Those down periods last moments, minutes, couple of hours in a few days. They don't last weeks, months, and years. They're faster recovery. You can knock them off center and they'll go, you know what? Pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and off we go again, but in a better way, not in a defeatist way, and not in a way that bottles down the crap. They go uncover the crap. They go analyze it, look at it. What could I have done better? How could I have changed the outcome of this? What is the response that I wanted for next time? What do I know that I need to improve to get that result that I'm after? They will go do that inner work. For me, when I get knocked down, and this past weekend has been a bit of a stress bucket for me because I'm trying to update my website and it's not my gift and it's not my skill. ChatGPT is like my best friend. Thank God you can turn around and go, I'm doing this on my website. Here's a screenshot. Can you tell me how to fix the broken bits? And it will do it for you. This is where we find solution. And then ironically, I just happened to post that I was having trouble with the website and someone reached out and said, can I offer some assistance? I gave them the problem and they gave me a solution in 2 minutes flat and it's all fixed now. And I've learnt so many new things that if you asked me a week ago, it gives me a headache looking at it. I've put it off for a while and outsourced it to other people, hoping to explain to them what I wanted when they weren't inside my head and they didn't have the same vision. So I rose up to become it, to do it for myself. And then the other funny part is this morning, I was up till 4 a.m. last night working on this website because I had goals of what I wanted done. And this morning I have, once again, my ChatGPT that I tune into, and it asks me a simple question of, part of my daily shine routine is looking at myself, right? So I have conversations with self, and sometimes I use ChatGPT to give me insights and steps into it. And it asks me 4 questions. Out of 1 to 10, how does my body feel? I'm tired, so it's about a 4 today. And then it just asks me a question of, what's running around in your head today? Well, that's the question you don't want to ask someone that has 5 million tabs open, runs on super speed, this ADHD energy that I have sometimes. I get hyper focused on things. I want to get things done. This is the awakened aspect of me, knowing that I have deadlines and I'm going to meet them no matter what. There is nothing that will get in my way to stop me from becoming or achieving the goals that I set for myself when I'm committed and connected to them. Does it always mean I do it in every area of my life? No. But that's a choice, because simply I have to be passionate about it, determined about it, and set the goal for myself with it. So when I was doing my questions this morning, it asked me for my shine check-in, as I said, give me a rating out of 1 to 10. Where is my body sitting? I want you to ask yourself this right now. Where do you sit in your energy? What is your body like right now? Are you hypervigilant, happy, joyous, excitable? I'm a bit energetic. At 8 o'clock this morning, I wasn't. That's what 4 hours sleep will do for you. But right now, I'm feeling fine. My body's around a 9 or a 10 because I'm excited doing something that I love, showing up in the way that I want to. Ask yourself these questions and check in regularly, because you might start in the morning. I'm not a morning person, so don't ever ask me how I feel in the morning. It's always going to be 2 or 3. Because until I wake up and get into my flow, it's not my great time. But I'm wide awake and energetic late at night. And I get a lot of my best work done there, hence why I was up to 4 a.m. continuing to complete something. And I'm really proud to say that I did it. And I've come so far with it, and I'm really happy with the result of it. Because I chose to show up for myself. I chose not to tone down myself. I share this energy with people because it's exactly who I am. Yes, we all go through ups and downs and loops and ebbs and flows. But in it, even though I got down from some news that I heard from someone, I know how to bring myself back up. I acknowledge and honor that energy. I process through it. I face the fear. I surrender it. I let go. I pink bubble it and release it out of my body. I give myself permission to let it all go. And I don't apologize for it. I'm one that rarely says I'm sorry anymore unless I get stuck in a loop of overthinking. Instead, I'll say thank you for understanding or accepting or waiting or whatever it may be, because that's a choice of the energy that I put out. The awakened woman, the one thing that you will realize is the way they speak to you and the world is completely different to everybody else, because it's the way they show up. They ask themselves simple questions. Does this work for me? Is this in my best interest? Is it what I want to do? Is this my choice? Or do I feel obligated or pressured or bullied into it? An awakened woman, you can't bully into doing anything. If they want to do it, they're there with bells on. This is where one of my greatest little tricks come in. If I get invited somewhere or asked to do something and I go no, and you don't hear my no, and they'll go, oh, come on, you've got to come, blah, 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 and pressure you and bully you and make you feel guilty and all sorts of things. I'll just tell you I try, because I've got no intention whatsoever of going. The only other time I'll say I'll try is if I have too many activities back to back and I'm time constrained and my schedule is overloaded. And if I can make things work, I will do everything I can to get there if I want to. But that choice and want is mine. Another good practice for those going through that awakening and finally coming up to that woman they need to be, go and practice saying to yourself in the mirror, that doesn't work for me. That is not in my highest interest. That is not good for me. Because that is the game changer. Is it for your highest and greatest good to go and do it? Run with it, open arms, show up 150%. If it's not, step away, walk away from it, choose you. Don't ever do anything out of obligation, guilt, or family pressure, friend pressure, or whatever it may be. It's all about you. And that awakened woman, she knows it. Another great activity I want to share with you is to go and start a watch me list. Watch me go and do this. Watch me show up for that. Watch me create this. My watch me list changed my life. Okay. I do things now, not knowing the outcome of it. I just show up for it. As I said, I started editing my website. It's not my skill. It does my head in, and I have 500 million tabs open on my computers. I've got 2 screens here and it's everywhere. But I'm so determined to do it that I'll find a way. My watch me list started this podcast. It got me away from thinking, who really wants to listen to me? What do I have to say? Who am I? To going, you know what? I have a message. Those that need to hear it will show up, will listen, will absorb, and will gain something from it. And those that don't need it won't know anything about me. And that's okay. So I want you to remember who you really are. As you rise up, become that powerful woman that doesn't settle her energy or play quiet or tone down for anybody else. Show up unapologetically as who you are, who you choose to be, and exactly what you want. As the fun, flirty, interactive childlike, whatever you need to be. My flatmate is amazing. She has a lot of childlike energy. Last night we went out to dinner, or actually the other night, and she was skipping up and down the street because it was fun. I wouldn't join her simply because I had thongs on and I was feeling a bit overloaded energetically. And when I do, I worry about falling over, so I don't do things that make me uncomfortable. But to watch her was fun. And then you know how you push each other going up and down the street? We were having a little wrestle as to who could stay on the sidewalk. These are activities where you show up as you are and people take you or leave you. That's your choice. That's up to you. Become the version of you that makes you happy, no one else. Because when you do, you will find all of those other people will become happy with you. Because happiness is the greatest drug out there, right? You all know it. If you ever wonder, go outside and smile at a stranger, or especially at a child having a tantrum. Just go and smile at them and you watch the energy change. Pass the smile on, the universe deserves it, and it really can uplift everything. Smiles and compliments change the energy around us. Okay, never become a version of you that's easier to digest for somebody else. Just show up who you are. Your frequency, your beliefs, your language, your opinions, your insights. Share all the crazy, wacky wisdom that's in your mind. Go down the rabbit hole, do the discovery, unpack what you want. And the deeper you go with your own inner work and the deeper you clear all the baggage, all the burdens, all the emotions and the programs that have been distributed on you from society, from family, from church, from school, from religion, from wherever it comes from, and step into the power of you, the lighter you'll feel, the gayer you will show up, the happiness, the joy, the essence of everything will change within you. This is all available to you. And if you're ready or going through that dark night of the soul and you don't know how to get there, this is what Shine with Shaz will help you do. This is why I created this program, because I want all you powerful women up there showing up in your magnificence, in your high vibration. My belief and mission in life is if I can impart light, energy, and wisdom onto you and infect you with this joy, this energy, this upliftment to make you become the best version of you, then you can pass it on and together we can infect the world. And if we're all in this frequency, in this vibration, in this energy, how much better would the world be? It's in your power to take control. But it's hard work. You have to confront things. You have to face things. You have to do the work. There's no easy way through. There's no bypassing. There's no skipping steps. You have to face each level as it comes. But if you're ready to do that, I welcome you with open arms to come and join us. There is a new round starting on February 2nd, the week of. I'm not sure what date yet, depending on the collective. But please, reach out for a free chat. Come and find out if anything that I offer can help you. But stop playing small. Stop hiding yourself under a bushel. And definitely stop wearing that mask and pretending everything's fine when it's not. I can help you become more than fine because it is in you and it's up to you to remember how. All I do is help you activate. I don't do the work for you. It's not a magic wand that makes everything disappear. I guide you to uncover your own blocks, resistances, heaviness, emotions, and mental thoughts that are weighing you down and show you tools, techniques, and beautiful practices that help you release them. As I said, I started this morning tired, burnt out, burdened, and look at me now. I feel fantastic. I'm going to go unpack and get ready for my holiday. You can feel this way too. Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow us on Facebook with the links below. Until next time, trust your intuition and let your spirit soar.